thing is, I was invited by the founder for Marianne Pitson, and she happened to have seen an exhibition which I had at the Stadtmuseum a few months before, and it was done by the Kulturamt in Bonn. She came, she saw what she liked, and she invited me to have an exhibition of my works, a different set of works obviously, and so I was invited to come to the Frauenmuseum. London, I have exposed at the International Contemporary Art Fair, and that's also a very large public, internationally, America, but not Europe, America, Black America. I'd love to be there as well, yeah. So for me, unveiling humanity is showing the episodes in history where there were negative actions, let's call it, against people of color, in this case, or black people, and showing today where the situation is, how can we improve it? Because I think there's not only this negative, but there's also a message of positivity in this exhibition at the Frauenmuseum, Unveiling Humanity, the colors of... Actually, I was here for the fall of the wall. I was here when the wall fell, yeah, as a student. And I arrived in Dortmund as a student, coming from Jamaica. I thought to myself, where on earth have I landed? Because at that time, it was an old coal mining city. I found a very ugly city. In the beginning, that was my first. It was a shock to see. Huge, yes, ugly. I found it really ugly. But it was after a while I got to know the city, I got to move around, I had my student friends, and so I accepted my lot. I don't think that my art is certainly going to change the world. But I think I like to have recollection, because it's often not historically based images or ideas which I project my art. To have a space for discussion, for exchange. And as I said, the onlooker doesn't have to agree with me. I don't have to agree with the onlooker, but we can talk about what is there and why this has happened. And incidentally, it was so funny, when I had this exhibition in the Stadtmuseum, someone came to me and said, why did you choose Adenauer and not Napoleon? And I said to him, Adenauer was chosen by the civic society or civic education society. I think Bundespolitisches Bildung. They chose Adenauer as one of the persons which had a colonial past, and this is why I presented his colonial past in the artwork. Because I didn't want to have a discussion about why me, as a foreigner, as a Jamaican, did I choose Adenauer. No, Adenauer was chosen by the Germans, or the political Kulturamt, as a person to whom had a colonial history. I'm a Jamaican, 100%. Why do I say that? Because that's how I feel. If somebody asks it, I say I'm Jamaican, and that's it. I'm proud of who I am, and I'll always be there, and my roots are there, and that's me.